Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Since yesterday, it is official, Giorgio Chiellini retired from professional football. Today will be a different video, we'll not go through actuality, not go to Mercato, we will not speak about the game against Genoa, but I want to go through Giorgio Chiellini, what he represented for the Juventini, for me, but also for the entire football planet. In today's video, I'm asking immediately to put a maximum of like, to subscribe to the channel, but especially one thing, to remain until the end, because I believe that every Juventino of the world, they need to listen to the story of Giorgio Chiellini, who he is, and the iconic moments of his career. It was difficult for me to choose between one iconic picture, what Giorgio represented for all of us, because he stayed with us 18 seasons, and you have millions of pictures of moments to choose from. I really appreciated all the footage that I saw on social network, especially the one of Juventus, the beautiful homage with the shirt coming out of the stadium that is fantastically well. I have chosen for a special picture that will probably surprise all of you, his goal against Barcelona in the night of Paulo Dybala, where he scored that beautiful brace. Well, also here, Giorgio Chiellini scored with a fantastic celebration. Why that picture in particular? You will understand it soon. But let's start from the beginning of Giorgio Chiellini. Giorgio Chiellini as a kid, as a schoolboy that loved football, had a passion for football and couldn't stop thinking about that ball. But his father, he said, "We are not sure that you will succeed in football. We are not sure that you will become one day a professional footballer. Also because you are not really skilled with a ball on your feet. So you have to study. You have to continue to study." But his father really quickly understood that the passion for football was huge, was big. And that's what he said with him: we will do a compromise. We will do an agreement. You continue to play football as long as you continue to succeed at school. From the moment that you fail at school, you stop football. And Giorgio Chiellini understood immediately, my father is really serious, so I need to continue to study. I need to continue to do my best. So before going and playing in football in the street with my friends, I need to make sure that my homework is done. Not only was continuing to promote at school, doing fantastically well, but also his football career started to be promoted year after year, from the youth sector of Livorno, where he's coming from, to the first team. Then he continued to play. He did a test with Milan, his childhood team, the team that he loved the most when he was a kid. And even if he impressed all the people at Milan, at the end something happened that made sure that Milan didn't sign him, and he went back to Livorno, where Juventus took the phone and said, "We want to sign you. Giorgio Chiellini, you are the one for us." He went 1 year in co-ownership with Fiorentina to continue to train, to continue to improve, to continue to learn, until the season 2005-2006, where he's coming home at Juventus, making his debut instead of Pavel Nedved. He's doing beautiful, he wins the Scudetto, drama. Juventus is sent in Serie B, relegated, Calciopoli. There he continued to learn, and he's playing every single day in training session with Alessandro Del Piero, with Trezeguet, and he's thinking to himself, if I can stop Del Piero, if I can stop David Trezeguet in training session, that means that I can stop everyone. And one day I will man-mark Del Piero. One day I will man-mark Trezeguet. I will continue to study them. I will continue to watch the videos of all the other teams that are playing, our next opponents, to understand how I need to limit them. I need to continue to learn. I need to continue to develop myself. I need to become better with the ball on my feet. And that's where he meets Didier Deschamps, that is teaching him to learn a new role. A center back, because he starts as a left back. Center back, that's where he's developing even more. And that leads him to the season where he meets Antonio Conte. He's giving him the opportunity to play 3 in the back instead of 4. And that's where he's forming the fantastic BBC. A BBC that we can even extend to the BBBC, with Gianluigi Buffon, icon of Juventus, mighty legend of Juventus. You have Barzagli, the wise defender, the one that is going in anticipation. You have Leonardo Bonucci, the one that is accurate, that is precise, that can do what Giorgio Chiellini at that moment can't do, giving these balls of 40 meters, scoring goals. And then you have Giorgio Chiellini. Giorgio Chiellini, fantastic man marker, that is called by his teammates Il Gorilla, the Gorilla. And that nickname is growing on him, and he's even saying, you know what, I like it, because the Gorilla is really tough, is huge, is big like me, but most of the time in the cartoons is also the most kind one, is il simpatico, the one with a lot of sympathy, the kind gorilla. He's winning trophy after trophy. He's the only one, the only player on earth in planet Juve that was able to win 9 consecutive Scudetti. And then we go to that picture that I showed you, the iconic picture of his goal against Barcelona, where he's celebrating as a gorilla. Is that why I chose the picture against Barcelona? No. Is it because of the revenge on the field with Luis Suarez that has bite him here in the neck in the World Cup? No. Is it because he has bitten Barcelona? No. It's actually because a lot of people do not know, but the day before that big game, the 11th of April 2017, the day before, he graduated. He graduated from university. He studied. He had 110, which is the maximal note in Italy. And when the professor there told him, now you can go and celebrate, he said, no, I have to go back in retiro because tomorrow we are playing against another university, one of the strongest football team on earth at that moment. It was Barcelona of Messi, where not only he's there focusing on the game, but he's also focusing on how to beat them. And he has studied that team, and he was able not only to win that game, but also to score a really beautiful goal. And that brings us 1 year later, after all these studies, after becoming a real complete player, beating Manchester United 1-0 in Old Trafford, where there is Mourinho that told us at the microphone in post-game, he said Bonucci and Chiellini, they could teach defending at Harvard University. That brings us to today, the front page of Tutto Sport, il giorno dopo, playing with the words il giorno dopo, the day after, il giorno dopo, the Giorgio after. Why? Because now a lot of question marks after him retiring from football. What will he do? That's the big question mark. He already said, no, I will absolutely not become a coach. But he can teach, and we want him to teach management at Juventus probably. We know things for sure. He will not become a coach. We know that he will meet Max Allegri next week. We know that he will go to the Allianz Stadium at home to see his beloved Juventus playing against Roma. For the rest, we don't know. We know that he will take a time, and then we can feel that he will come back at Juventus. Will it happen? Well, a few weeks to wait, a few months to wait. 561 games with Juventus, 36 goals, 19 titles for Il Giorgione. A legend. A legend not only of Juventus, but I think from the entire football planet. I'm really proud to have counted Giorgio Chiellini in my team. He was there when I was there for the first time at the Allianz Stadium against Milan. Juve Milan 2-0, 2 goals of Marquinhos. He was on the pitch. And I was there for his last game at the Allianz Stadium. Juve Lazio 2-2. Farewell. I was really proud that it was the first game of my son at the stadium, that he was able to watch live Giorgio Chiellini. He was an example as a player, as a captain, an example for his teammates, for the opponents, for the next generations, but also for me. And why was he an example for me? What did he teach me? What did I learn from Giorgio Chiellini? I learned to celebrate, to a defensive celebration, to a defensive anticipation, an interception. I learned to love sliding tackles. He taught me what it was to do a beautiful tactical foul. He taught me that everything is possible in life. Also when you are not the one that has the most quotes, the one that is there written to be the best one to win a trophy, that you can do it if you have a team spirit. Winning Euro 2020, the only cup that I was missing as a supporter. He taught me that you have to fight back, that you never have to give up. The fino alla fine, even when it's tough. Not only one time, because everyone can do it, but year after year after year. Fighting back. L'occhio della tigra, the eye of the tiger. He also taught me to forgive. Because in that night of Barcelona, not only he won, not only he scored, not only he gave Juventus the possibility to go to the semi-final, but there was a duel with Suarez, where at the end of the game, even with everything that happened before, well, he forgave him, and they were there, hugging. And an iconic image, of course, is that he taught me that football is the most important thing of the non-important things. That everything that happened on the field, right after the triple whistle, you have to forget it. Remember that famous night, Juve-Napoli or Napoli-Juve, when he was fighting with Cavani on the field, and then right after, he's smiling, he's talking with him, and then changing, swapping shirt, beautiful iconic moments. I think that yesterday Juventus, they generated an AI image that is really representing Juve. A warrior, a soldier with that black and white flag behind him with the bandage here on his head. Really beautiful, fantastic picture. And now Chiellini, will it be Juventus or not? Well, after all these trophies that he had on the field, after everything that he learned, he's ready to teach. He's ready to teach. And I'm sure that the trophy that he won, the last one with the Bianconero on the field, will not be the last one. That was Giorgio Chiellini for me, but I believe also for millions of Juventini of the world. Maximum of like, don't forget to subscribe and tell me what Giorgio Chiellini represented for you. Grazie.